Hi, I'm Andrea Palotto. I'm a Feldenkrais practitioner and teacher. I teach group lessons online to the public for everyone. Everyone gets to enjoy these lessons. They're really awesome, they're really great. Today's lesson is called Eyes and Tongue. It's a lesson that's really slow, really beautiful, really paced, and it explores the whole inside your mouth, your teeth, your tongue, your jaw, and your eyes as well. So, the point of these lessons is not to complete the task, it's not to get better at a certain thing, it's not to achieve, but it's really to learn and to gain awareness of what you're doing. Because when you know what you're doing, then you can find a way to do what you want. And that ends up helping with all kinds of areas of your life, whether it's through a skill that you want to achieve, or if you want to figure out how to move easier, less pain, more comfort. So enjoy the lesson. Stop looking at your screen now and grab a mat and lay on the floor and just listen to the soothing directions and enjoy.
So let's just take a moment to feel what we're noticing on the floor. Feel what you notice, or notice what you notice on the floor. Notice the contact of the back of your head on the floor, or the side of your head on whatever prop you're using. What's the area? Can you map out the area between your your head and the contact on the floor? And just simply close your eyes and just relax your eyes. And now we're going to do what's called a scan. Just a simple measuring moment, just measure yourself and what's going on all of the sides of you. So just simply feel how your neck and your upper back are contacting the floor, or your side, and your arm, how that's contacting the floor. And notice if you're laying on your on your back. Notice if if there are parts of yourselves that are laying a little bit more differently on the floor than the other side. And on your side, you can notice if there are parts that are not touching the floor. What's not touching? What it doesn't have contact with the floor. You can just trace those parts of the upper parts of yourself. And now just simply start with imagining your forehead. Just imagine the way that your forehead looks. And what's the distance between your right eyebrow and the top of your forehead? And what's the difference between the left eyebrow and the top of your forehead? Is it easy to feel the difference between both sides? And what parts of where are you drawing that line from? Where are you measuring from? The inner part of your eyebrow or the outer part? All these small decisions, they actually mean that that place that you chose is more accessible. It's a little bit easier to find. It's a little bit easier to navigate through. And you can even draw a line between the interior of your eyebrow on the right side to the interior of the other eyebrow. What's that line? What's that space between? And notice if the line is straight or if it curves a little bit, if it's at an angle. The eyebrows have actually some pretty important muscles in the head, and they contribute to turning and getting taller or getting smaller. They help with all those things, so it's important. And it's not something that I've always thought was important. And today or this whole week, I was, doing these movements to prepare for this lesson. I really discovered that, like, I want to take some more moments to just really see what's happening around my eyebrows. And now choose one eye and just draw a line from that eye, from the eyebrow, to the eye, the inner part. And just draw a little line. And now you can do it with the other side. Notice which eye you started with. Maybe it says something about how that eye is. Maybe it says that eye is either more dominant or it's a little bit more comfortable than the other eye. Not that it's better. It's just different. And then just slowly imagine the little path from the middle of your eyes all the way to the top of your nose. If somebody was climbing a hill that is your nose, what would be the trajectory? Is there a curve? Is there a little twist? And take a little breath and inhale into your nose and see which nostril is a little bit more present inside. Just a really small one, not something too deep. An easy breath. And see which nostril is just a little bit more active. It takes either a little bit more air in And you can feel the air coming into your nose and going to your lungs, going through your throat and all the way to your lungs. Just simply notice which side. And now just notice the bottom of your nose to your lip, the top of your lip. It's a really deep scan of a very of an area that is really big in our mind's eye. There's a lot of tiny things that happen throughout the whole face or to your whole head. So we want to just measure all these little things. Make sure that you're comfortable. If you're not, change position. If it's easier to do this in sitting, you can even do it in sitting. You can do it in any position you really want. Whatever will be the way that you can pay the most attention to what's easy. If you're uncomfortable, it's hard to pay attention to what's easy. And now at the middle of the mouth, you can trace your lips. Go to one side of your lip, and then go to the other side. And now we're going to explore a little bit inside the mouth. And so, in this experience of laying in whatever way that you are, where does your tongue fall into? Is there a part of your mouth that makes more contact with your tongue? For instance, do you feel on the top part of your on the top part of your mouth, do you feel your tongue? And do you feel it on the right side? And do you feel it on the left side? Or is it making contact with the bottom of your jaw, the inside of your mouth? And just see what it's doing. Just notice what's happening. And just to draw a picture of what the inside of your mouth looks like. You can start with the top part and all the way in the front. You have your front teeth. Pick the side that's easier to go to. And just start exploring from the front teeth. Just start calculating all the teeth that there are on the front part, all the way to one side of your mouth. And you can use your tongue, if that's easy. You can use your tongue and just feel the back of your teeth. And while you're doing this, just make sure that your tongue is easy. It's nice and there's no tension in it. There's no tension in your jaw, your mouth, your nose, your eyes, your eyebrows, your forehead. Just slowly counting each tooth until you get to the back ones. You have this lazy tongue that's just exploring inside. And when you're done, you just go on the other side. And with the same really easy, simple, big tongue, just explore the teeth. And at the same time, notice which side did you choose to do first? Does the side that you choose first correspond to the side that you feel your tongue more on? Does it correspond to the side you feel your tongue less on? And now you can explore the bottom of your jaw. Slowly take your tongue and start from the front part of the teeth, and slowly just from one half, just start going to one side. Notice again, what side did you start with? Was it the same side that the other side? That the top part? Is it the same side that you explored the top part of your mouth? And now you can explore the other side. Your teeth are just, your tongue is just gently big, full, easy, simple. And your jaw is just relaxed. It's just simple. It's just there. Your mouth, your lips are relaxed. They're easy. They're simple. And your nose, your eyes, they're not doing anything in particular. Your eyebrows, again, they're not doing anything. They're just relaxing. Your forehead, just simply there. Just simply relaxed. Now that you've traced the inside of your mouth, from the bottom lip to the chin, on the outside, what's the distance? And when you get to that, your chin, is it in the middle of your face? You've drawn a straight line between your forehead, all the way to your nose, down to your mouth, and then to your chin. Is the place that you went from your lip to your chin, is that in the middle? It's okay also not to know, especially if this is your first time in this kind of class. It's fine to not know. And now choose one side again and notice the side you choose. Choose one side to trace the outer jaw all the way to your earlobe. I love to, imagine myself as like really big and that there's like some kind of, explorer, someone going on a trail and they're climbing Mount Ike. I love to imagine that. What could you use to imagine going really slowly and just tracing the outline of the outer jaw? And when you get to one earlobe, you just easily, slowly come back to the middle. And then you trace the other side. And now, just take a little break. You can come up to sitting if you want. It's nice to change position when you're in such a deep, deep place. Just take a little break. For me, I needed a lot of these because there's some really deep stuff, for me at least, in my face, so I needed to get up. And at any point, if that's what you need, you really need to do that. It's you who can make sure that you're in the most comfortable position. You can move around a little bit. You can yawn, touch your face, and do whatever you need to do to get yourself comfortable. And now, if you're ready, if you're not, you just ignore me until something intrigues you and then you start doing that. But just simply do just a quicker scan of everything you've done. Just trace your head again. Feel if there's any changes that have occurred since the beginning, since we started. Are you breathing differently? Are you feeling yourself a little bit more on the floor? Are you feeling different parts of yourself on the floor? And now gently with one, well, no, well, you only have one tongue. With your tongue, just simply just push out your cheek on the left side. Just easily and gently. Just make a little bump. Notice if you need to tighten anything. Do you need to hold your eyes when you do that? Do you need to hold your jaw? And you can use, that's a really smart thing to do. You can clench everything. Clench your jaw, clench your eyes, clench your forehead, clench your nose, clench everything. Bring your tongue to the left side. See if that helps anything. Does that make it easier to breathe? You can clench one part knowingly. You can clench your left eye, just your left eye, go to the left. You can clench just your right eye, go to the left. See what happens. When you bring your tongue there, I forgot to mention, but your tongue comes back gently. Your tongue comes back gently, and notice where you place your tongue. Where's that relaxing part? You simply just go to the left, and you just lightly touch the inner side of the cheek. You push your cheek a little bit, not even so that I would see it, all the way from Montreal. And then you just simply bring your tongue back. And the bringing back part is really important. Notice how you bring your tongue back. And now, for the right. Bring your tongue to the right side. Push out the cheek just a little bit. Just a little. And are you clenching anything that maybe you don't need to be clenching? How is your chin in this moment? Is it free to do whatever it wants? How's your nose? And your eyes? And your forehead? Your eyebrows? Do your eyebrows need to come together when your tongue goes to the right? Or can they just stay doing what they're doing? And again, when you bring your tongue there, to the right, you bring it back right after you protrude your skin a little bit, and then you just come back. And notice the coming back. And just simply do that a couple times. With a really easy tongue. And how are those two movements different? How is bringing your tongue to the left different from bringing your tongue to the right? Again, if you need to change position, you can do that. You can bring your feet to standing. You can lay your feet down. Sometimes it's nice to change, especially in a lesson like this where we don't really do a lot of movements. It's really just small movements. So now, bring your tongue back to the left. And do it really, really slowly. So that you notice what part of your tongue is coming to the left. What part of your tongue is touching and pushing out? Is it the front of your tongue? Is it the part that sticks out? Is it the side of your tongue? What's touching the left side? And when you go there, you simply just come back really easily, coming back to just a neutral place. And decide what is touching the left side, and see if you can get another part to touch without any stress. See if you can get the front part of your tongue to touch the left. See if you can get the side of the left of the tongue to the left side of the tongue to touch the left cheek. That can happen. To do it, you need to go really slowly. And now just simply relax your tongue. And now bring your tongue to touch the right side of your cheek. And when you do it, when you're on the way there, notice again what part of your tongue is making contact with your cheek. Again, is it the front part of your tongue? Is it the part of your tongue that when you stick out your tongue, that's what shows? Is it the side of your tongue? And when you move your tongue, then everything just be really soft. Everything's just really, really nice, really easy. Bring your tongue back. You've been doing so much with the tongue. Is there anything that feels a little bit different from the beginning? Is there a bigger image of your tongue, the sides of your tongue? And if you need to get up now, change position, you can do that for a little minute while we take a little moment of rest. Going interior like this is a big thing to do. Sometimes you just need to get out of there for a minute. Take a second. And whenever you're ready, you can come back down. And now, just simply feel what side, where your tongue is laying. Feel what side is your tongue heavier on. Where are the places that your tongue is making contact with your mouth? And now when you go again to the left, use your tongue to push your cheek on the left side. Your right arm, your right shoulder comes up a little bit. So you simply let your tongue come to the left side, push it out a little bit, and just simply lift up the left shoulder a little bit from the ground. And do that a couple times. You bring your tongue to the left side and your right shoulder just lifts up, and then when you come back to the center, your shoulder comes back as well. And now your tongue goes to the left, and your right shoulder comes up, and by up I meant the ceiling. Not, I guess a better way of saying that would be forward. Comes forward. And just simply easily and when your tongue goes back to the middle, your shoulder goes down to the floor. And now take a little second, take a little break. And now your tongue comes to the right side, and your left shoulder comes up with it at the same time. Comes forward. Comes forward. And notice if your head turns at the same time. If that happens. Does your head turn a little bit? And when you come back, everything lets go. And you do that a couple times, just gently bringing your tongue to the right side. Your left shoulder comes towards the ceiling. You hear your tongue be really easy when you're doing that. And now when your tongue comes, it's always to the right. Yeah, comes to the right shoulder comes forward towards the ceiling. It just lifts a little tiny bit, just as much as you can do. And everything comes back together really gently. And how does your tongue feel now? What is the shape of your tongue? Where does your tongue contact your mouth? Does it contact the top a little bit? Does it contact the bottom of your mouth? Does it feel big, round? Is there a side of your tongue that you don't quite understand? And now take a nice inhale in your nose. Notice how the air gets separated from each nostril. Is there a difference from the beginning? If there is, what did we do to make a difference? Is there a different perception that exists now of yourself? And now when your tongue goes to the left, you bring your tongue gently to the left cheek. Just notice, without doing anything, just notice what's happening with your eyes. Just notice what's happening with your eyes. Do they go to the left? Do they go to the right? Yeah, you can open them to see. Maybe that'll give you more information. But don't look on purpose. Just let it easily tell you where it's going. And when you bring your tongue back, does anything happen? Is there a relief? Is there a little change? Is there a less of a pulling? When you bring your tongue back. And now when you bring your tongue to the left, just gently bring your eyes to look to the right. Don't force yourself too hard. It's really important. Just go even the smallest amount. Just the smallest amount. This class is really just opening the conversation. It's just starting the conversation you're having between your mouth and your eyes. It's just that conversation you're having. You can't have the full conversation if you've only had it for a couple seconds. So make sure to just simply... Whoa, what happened there? Excuse me. Random sound. And now when you bring your tongue to the left, bring your eyes to the left as well. Just gently look to the left. And notice the difference between bringing your eyes to the right and bringing your eyes to the left. Try again bringing it to the right and see what the difference is. And when you're doing this, everything is really loose. Your jaw, you have a loose jaw, and you have loose lip. Your lips be just easy. In your nose, in between your nose, even under your eyes, can that be easy? And your eyes, can they be easy as well? Your eyebrows. Is there any extra work happening in any of these places that you just noticed? And now bring your tongue to the right without doing anything in particular with your eyes. But notice if something is happening with your eyes when you do that. Notice if your eyes go in a particular way. And when you bring your tongue to the right, just go to any direction, whichever is the first one you do. Just pick a direction and go look there. Your head isn't moving, so you can't actually look that far. It's just your tongue. So don't force yourself to look at the whole room. Just a little bit. Just a little glance. And now on purpose, just bring your tongue and your eyes and the glancing to the right. And now your tongue to the right and your eyes to the left. Just gently, just simply and now just leave your tongue where it is and just move your eyes. Move your eyes a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. And what's going on with the back of your head? Do you feel the back of your head in a different way than you started? Do you feel the back of your neck, your upper back? And now along with your head, bring your head for the ride. Just simply roll your head. Look to the left and bring your tongue to the left at the same time. And your right shoulder can come a little bit up. Come a little bit forward, I mean. This up forward thing. And now just simply come back. Just simply come back. And do it again. Do it a couple times. And now bring everything to, I'll start with the left, right? Bring everything to the right. And your left shoulder comes up, comes forward. And now just slowly get up from the floor. Can turn onto your side, and then you can do the baby roll that we worked on last time. If that's interesting for you. You can do whatever you want to get yourself up to standing. Before dealing with the computer, just go walk around a little bit.